feel like this. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for years. Nothing goes along, I don't know where I'm going. You be on my phone talking about what's my problem. I done go alone and get it how I want it. I done be alone to figure out how I should be loved. And if it's just us, is that enough? Is it bad that I want more? Is it too late for us? We both dangerous, moving so close we combust. Is it bad that I want more? Is it too late for us? We both scared of love, moving so close we combust. Is it bad that I want more?
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Mookie if you're new here. My channel is all about self-love, growth, and helping people to better themselves. So if that sounds like something you're trying to embrace, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm getting ready to go on a solo date. I realized I haven't been out by myself in a while. My son is not at home. He went to his dad's house, so I felt like it was the perfect timing to go out on a solo date. So it's a funny story. I realized I hadn't been out on a solo date while I was out with one of my friends. We went to this restaurant, sat at the bar, and I sat next to this guy who was sitting by himself. And he started talking to us, and he started to express his frustration with dating because he had actually been stood up, so that's why he was sitting at the bar eating and having a drink. And he was just explaining to us how he was looking for his person. He was getting so tired of the dating apps. He even showed us his profile. And I just asked him, why are you on these dating apps? Like, what made you get on these dating apps? And he was just expressing that he's tired of being alone and he wants to find his person. And I totally get that. But the way I see it is, we shouldn't be forcing these types of things. Whatever is meant for us will come to us. It will not miss us. So we should not be forcing these things. I honestly feel like it's a form of desperation. We are adamantly trying to find something. We're trying to find it desperately. And I asked him, why not just stop? Why not let it come to you? And I was like, hey, I haven't been on a solo date in a while. And that story just made me realize that I hadn't been on a solo date. So that's why I am literally making this video today. So I said all of that to say that solo dating is really, really important to me because it allows me to connect with myself while checking in on myself at the same time. It also makes me feel super confident. I am at peace with myself, with my relationships, and with my life. I honestly learn a lot about myself while I am solo dating. I can learn new skills, and I just radiate happiness. Like, I am truly my happiest when I am able to go out by myself. I am also making memories that are unforgettable, and I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone, which is so great because it allows me to enhance my confidence and self-esteem. Solo dating is a way to learn who you are and who you want to be. If you know me, you know that I find joy in the little things in life, and solo dating is literally one of them. There's one thing for sure and two things for certain. I do not want to lose myself ever, 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 ever again. I did that in a previous relationship I was in when I was in my early 20s. So whether I'm single or not, I will always enjoy solo dating. It's a great way for me to connect with myself. So whether you're single or whether you are dating or in a relationship, you need to try solo dating. And in my opinion, it can be easy for some individuals to lose themselves in a relationship. especially when you're young, or if it's a fresh relationship where you're spending a lot of your time with that other person, you become consumed in their life that you forget that you have a life of your own. And solo dating, going out on solo dates, reminds you that you do have a life of your own. So this is for my girls or people that are struggling with finding themselves in a relationship or struggling with losing themselves in a relationship. Go on that solo date. This is going to help you, I promise. And not for nothing, solo dating is a really good way to meet new people. I literally just recommended it to my little sister because she said she wanted to go out and meet new people. I told her, go out by yourself, go out on solo dates. I almost always meet somebody new when I am out on a solo date. Yes, solo dating is about me spending time with myself, but I radiate so much happiness and so much confidence that other people gravitate towards me naturally. So like I said, I almost always meet somebody new when I am out on a solo date. When you go out on solo dates, you are showing your strength to yourself. You're showing your inner strength, and you're allowing it to come forward. Because if you can do things alone, you will never allow anyone to make you feel that you need them. All you need is you and God. And when you go out on solo dates, you are reminding yourself that's all you need. And once you come to this realization, and it's easy to say this, but once you come to the realization that you don't need anyone and you feel at peace with just being by yourself, this is going to allow you to have better quality relationships in your life. Better quality relationships with your friends, family members, and anybody else new that enters your life. You're going to have better quality relationships with these people because you see how good of a relationship you have with yourself, and you want that to be reciprocated in every other relationship that you have in your life. And I say that to say that if you are struggling with seeing the value of going out on solo dates, just know that one day you will see that solo dates will pay off because you're setting yourself up to align with people that value you as much as you value yourself and treat you the way you treat yourself. I will recommend solo dating to literally everyone I meet because I promise you it will 100% help you gain more confidence and more self-esteem. And this is coming from someone who literally struggled with their self-esteem. I struggled with my self-esteem. I had zero confidence. I was accepting the bare minimum from literally everybody that I met, whether it was a romantic relationship or friendship. So trust me. Along with other factors, I was able to boost my self-esteem and confidence, but I want to say going on solo dates took it to the next level. Solo dating will help you because you are intentionally taking the time to understand who you are outside of your attachments to other people. Because when we are regularly giving our time and energy to other people and trying to figure out what makes them happy, it takes away the time that we are able to spend that on ourselves. So it's important to go on solo datings because you are able to give yourself time and energy to understand what makes you happy, and then you're going to be able to understand who you are and what you want on a whole nother level. So in other words, this is the way to create a healthy relationship with yourself. This is going to basically lay down the foundation for you to have healthy relationships, period. You're going to have a healthy relationship with yourself. Okay, cool. You're going to be able to have a healthy relationship with everybody else that you encounter. So whether you're single, dating, or in a relationship, set aside some time to plan a solo date for yourself. Trust me, you're going to thank me and yourself for doing it later on. I don't want to hear self-love is reserved for single people, because it's not. Everybody needs to love themselves. Everybody deserves to be loved. And you're not going to know how to accept love if you don't even know how to love yourself. So if you find yourself needing someone around 24/7, or if you're being clingy or you're super codependent on others, you definitely need to try going out by yourself for yourself, because this is going to just show you how independent you're capable of being. I honestly just can't stress it enough. Solo dating will change your life for the better. And spending quality time alone helps you think through your thoughts and feelings without any distractions. I promise you, solo dating is going to boost your confidence and self-esteem, because you're accomplishing new activities and you're doing things that you have never done on your own. Going out on solo dates reinforces your sense of independence and what you're capable of doing. So when I say go out on that solo date, I mean, girl, go out on that solo date. It also shows you that you can rely on yourself. And if you can't rely on anyone, you can rely on yourself. You never want to be someone who can't rely on themselves, because you just are not a reliable person. And me personally, I don't know about you guys, but I dislike unreliable people. Going out on solo dates allows you to simultaneously create a better relationship with yourself while going out and enjoying yourself and just doing what makes you happy. Just know that if you treat yourself well, you will expect others to do the same. You will also gravitate to people that treat you well, and you won't let just anyone into your life. Solo dating allows you to do the things you want to do without having to wait around on others, and you'll be able to try new things you always wanted to try. So trust me when I say solo dating will change your life for the better. I think I've been on enough solo dates by now to give you guys a few tips and pointers. Tip number 1, and this is the most important to me because I pride myself on being a reliable person, and I do not like unreliable people. And how could I be something I don't like? So tip number 1 is commit to the plans. Set your plans. Pick a place you want to go and commit to it. Don't back out. Don't cancel on yourself. Just imagine how upset you would be if you got super excited about some plans and then the person you were planning on going out with, canceled on you. How upset would you be? How disappointing would that be? Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Pick your plans and commit to it. Tip number 2 is get cute for yourself. Dress up. You are trying to dress to impress yourself. Get cute, dress to the nines. I don't care what that looks like for you, as long as you feel cute, because solo dating is all about boosting your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And part of that, I don't know about you, but for me, is getting cute, looking cute, dressing nicely, looking just immaculate. So tip number 2 is get cute for yourself. And the last tip that I have is no distractions. I want you to go on these solo dates and challenge yourself, because building confidence is all about showing ourselves that we are capable of doing something that we didn't think we were able to do. So I want you to stay off of your phone, limit distractions. Don't sit on FaceTime. Don't sit here texting. Don't sit on TikTok, Instagram, or whatever social you like to use. Stay off of your phone while you're out on solo dates. I see some people do solo dates and they'll read a book. That may or may not be fine, but limit your distractions. Trust me, this is going to level up your solo dating experience. And I know it can be intimidating going to a new place or just a place in general by yourself. It can be super intimidating, but trust me, this is going to level up your confidence in a whole new way. And I just want you guys to know that your solo date doesn't have to be at a restaurant, but what I would recommend is picking something that you normally wouldn't go to by yourself. So for me, my first solo date was at a restaurant. I didn't sit at the bar and try to socialize with people. What was most uncomfortable for me was sitting at a table by myself, because in my head, I was like, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, she got stood up. Why is she alone? Da da da. And I was just like, that's going to be the most uncomfortable for me in this very moment. So that's what I went ahead and did. So I sat at a table by myself at a restaurant, and because that was just something I would never do. So that was what I chose for my very first solo date. I'm not saying that you have to go to a restaurant. You can go to the movies, go out for drinks, go sit at the bar and go eat dinner and have a drink at the bar. Go shopping. Shoot, you can go out the country. I went out the country for a solo trip on my birthday, and it was the most exhilarating but relaxing experience that I have ever had. I definitely recommend. I absolutely just had a blast by myself in a whole new country. That was just the ultimate experience. And you could also just travel by yourself, whether that's out the country or not. Just any date that you want to experience, don't wait around for other people. Just go and do it. Like I said, solo dates can help you focus on what you want to do. This can help you focus on who you are, who you want to be, the whole 9 yards. And this is without having to rely on a romantic partner or even a friend for their company. And having those new experiences will benefit you, your overall mental health. When we aren't having new experiences, that's when we feel stagnant and burned out. There are so many benefits of solitude for your brain function and mental well-being. So going on a solo date is a form of self-care, which I love to promote on my channel. You're actually dedicating time in your calendar for yourself and not just for others. And venturing out solo can nudge you to dive into experiences you've never considered before. I want to finish this video off by saying going out solo can be a bold move. It pushes you out of your comfort zone, which is a way for you to grow and develop. It's not easy. Trust me, I know it's not easy, and you might think, is everyone looking at me? But once you do it, you'll be more empowered. That's it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time out to sit with me and watch me get ready, and I will see you guys in my next video.